I was like, oh man, you don't even know. I almost didn't even make it on this plane ride. Boom, what's up guys? My name is Diego. I'm a creative here at Race Service, and I'm gonna take you through my weekend shooting with 24 Hours of LeMans winner, Kamui Kobayashi. Let's get after it. So how this weekend kind of came together was the RS team was out in Chicago for the NASCAR race out there, and our founder and president Jacob, doing his thing, networking, ended up linked up with Kamui, started talking about, what projects we could do, how we could kind of work together, and, decided talking about Indianapolis. So, fast forward a month, Jacob hits me up and he's like, yo, what are you doing next weekend? Would you be down to go out to Indianapolis and film with Kamui? And I mean, dude, former Formula 1 driver, a 24 Hours of Le Mans winner, this dude is dope. So, packed up my gear, packed some clothes, and just hit the road. Went from LA to Chicago, and then Chicago to Indianapolis. But when I was in Chicago, I actually got my gates confused, and so 10 minutes I was just hauling it through the Chicago airport. I was sweaty, to say the least. I was sweaty when I got on that airplane, and thankfully the lady next to me was super nice, and we started chit-chatting, but she was like, why are you all sweaty? And I just, was like, oh man, you don't even know. I almost didn't even make it on this plane ride. But, made it out to Indianapolis. It was about 89 degrees. It was toasty, but got picked up by the nicest dude ever. Kamui's manager, shout out to Kara. So for the weekend, I came with my Sony FX3. I decided to go with the FX3 just because I was the only creative coming out there for the weekend, and so I knew I had to be able to get, iPhone clips, photos, videos, and I brought out my G Master 24-70 2.8. I brought out T-Rob's 200-600 Sony lens, little monopod action, and I also brought out this little it's a little hot shoot mount for your camera, and it pretty much just allows you to put your iPhone right on top of the FX3 body, which is huge just because, as I'm shooting DSLR content, I'm also capturing iPhone content. Obviously ND's filters with it, UV filter, polarizers are huge. If you guys aren't shooting polarizers, put that in your Amazon cart right away. Polarizers are so essential with shooting car content. I can't stress it enough. One of the cooler things about this trip though too was they didn't have me staying at a hotel or anything like that. I was embedded with Kamui's team and all his homies at their Airbnb. Kamui's a driver, all his homies are drivers, super Formula drivers out in Japan. So a big priority for us, just being out there and shooting with Kamui, was just all access. All of these in-between moments were pretty big for me to try to hit and get, and just build, a connection with them was huge. Him just talking to camera, him just interacting with all the drivers. This is the first time he's gonna be, in his race suit and his helmet and driving in the car, so just getting him interacting with the car was huge, interacting with the team was huge, on track was huge. And so Saturday was a big day, even with the small amount of time that we had. Right after he gets out of the car, I'm right at my computer just editing everything as quickly as possible, get that to Kamui's Instagram, get that to 2311, get that to NASCAR. I got to make sure I got pictures of him with Bubba Wallace and get pictures of him with Tyler Reddick. I thought were huge. Kamui with Jensen Button. Got some pretty solid stuff on Saturday, so I knew Sunday was the day to just go off. I had Kamui talking to camera just about how he's feeling for the race,
My name is Kamui Kobayashi. I'm here finally, race day.
Fans loved Kamui out in Indianapolis. I got so much footage of him, signing autographs and telling people thank you, Me seeing that in person at the track, I thought was huge. That needed to be conveyed, on social media as well. So, as I was filming him on my iPhone, signing autographs, I was also doing it with my DSLR camera. I can send that to NASCAR, I can send that to 2311. Filmed them all in 4K 60 FPS. So that was good, turn into a reel. Since I was with Kamui for a lot of the weekend, I had a lot of availability with him, and he is super social media savvy. Any idea that I had, he was down for it. Once it was time to race, that was when everything just started moving in slow motion, and just super fast at the exact same time. I'm switching between snapping iPhone pics, iPhone video, DSLR photos. I'm just snapping away for a solid half an hour just to capture his whole, from the RV to the drivers, introductions, to signing the fans, to him putting his helmet on, to race start. It just boom, 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 But once the race hit, we'd hit a spot at the race, get it for about 5 laps or so, get Kamui driving around, and then boom, it was to another spot. And so we pretty much covered the whole area of the track, for the whole race. We got him in the pit lane, we got him from high up, we got him from below, we got some chicanes, we got him hitting the straightaways. And so that was really important just for me being the only creative from race service there. Being able to hit all these different spots on the track was just so important, just, you know, get the most coverage possible. Once you know, they crossed the finish line, I just started booking it to the finish line and to where his car was gonna be at. And I just wanna ask him, you know, like, where's your head at? What'd you think of the race? You know, how you doing? You know, do you need some water? You know? And so, yeah, I just ran up to him, just that, you know, got his response and immediately just booked it to my laptop to get that bad boy out. Color it, make sure it sounds good, and send that out, you know, to Kamui and the NASCAR team so they can post that up on social. Yeah, once I did that, you know, it was heads down at my computer for hours. I probably took about 1,000 photos or so on Sunday. I took saying what I thought could be fire, what I could get out of it, and even just making a couple reels like from the day too. You know, he was getting a lot of love from the fans, and so I thought that would work good as like an Instagram reel. I also did another reel, just kind of encompassing his day, you know. Slow-mo walking up, him putting his race suit on, putting the helmet on, kind of getting dialed, getting ready, throw that on with like a trending sound on social media, and then boom, just into the day. Kind of put our RS like steez and our RS style onto the video. Him getting the race in NASCAR was like a crazy experience. Me getting to be with him for the weekend and with his homies for the weekend was like a super cool experience for myself too. I mean, I loved it. I thought it was a super dope experience and I wouldn't trade it for the world. Boom. Yeah, I mean, that was a weekend with race service out in Indianapolis with Kamui Kobayashi, former 24 Hours of LeMans winner, racing for NASCAR in 2311. If you guys want to know, you want to learn more about some of our race service trips and, you know, shoots and stuff, like if we should make more videos like these, like, you know, let us know in the comments, hit that like button, and yeah, we'll keep it going. So thank you guys. Peace.